makeup. He's painting his face. His hair is all these crazy colors. This guy is definitely someone who is starving for attention. This is what he wants to happen. He wants to be made into a celebrity, into a superstar, and appear on these TV shows. And on these TV shows, they're apparently treating him like he is a celebrity. Now, we in the fitness community make videos about this guy because we think he's a perfect example of when bodybuilding goes wrong. And this is a perfect example of someone who takes the idea of bodybuilding and completely twists it upside down. So bodybuilding, putting on muscle, getting bigger. This guy is like the extreme case of bigorexia, to the point where he can't wait to train, over the course of many, many years and put on actual real muscle. So he just injects oil straight into his arms to create these giant bulbous looking tumors in his arms. So in the bodybuilding community, we make videos about this guy to kind of show you guys the other end of the spectrum. This is what you guys should not be doing. He's a prime example of when guys can get carried away doing this stupid shit, and you'll end up looking like this. So the other interesting thing about this is apparently there was another publicity stunt that Kirill did recently, where he put out a photo of his arm where it appeared that his arm had been amputated and the oil had been drained from his arms. So in fact, that photo was fake, and basically what everybody is telling me is that he did this on purpose to kind of gain more publicity for himself and get more people to follow him and talk about him and feel sorry for him. So as you can see in this recent Russian interview, that was obviously not the case, and his arms are definitely still full of oil and they have not yet been drained. So my question to you guys after seeing this kid and seeing his Brazilian counterpart is, what are your thoughts on site enhancement oil and synthol? Now, regardless of whether or not this kid is actually using synthol or injecting some kind of, bogus oil into his arms, the idea remains the same: injecting oil into your arms to volumize the muscle and make it appear bigger. Regardless of what compound you're using, the idea is the same. So I want to know in the comment section below, what is your guys' opinion on bodybuilders using synthol or, site enhancement oil in general to enhance the look of their muscles? And if you think it's okay, where do you draw the line? Obviously, this kid is an extreme example, but where do you think, how far is too far? Is using it at all too far, or is using it in moderation good? I really want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Kirill Tereshin, he's only 21 years old, and in my opinion, he's been, absolutely mutilating his arms to a pretty extreme extent, especially recently. So recently he posted on Instagram saying that his arms were about to fall off or explode, and that doctors have warned him that he risks paralysis and amputation if he keeps doing what he's doing. So obviously he completely ignored the doctor's orders, and recently he's been posting a lot of photos on Instagram where his biceps look very inflamed, his entire arm really, red and purple discoloration, bruising, just starting to look really, really unhealthy. And obviously the arms have gotten significantly bigger than when we first saw this kid. I remember when the videos first came out of this kid maybe a couple of months ago. It wasn't that long ago. His arms weren't that, they were crazy, but they weren't as crazy as they look now in these most recent videos on his Instagram. So he's definitely been doing a lot more than he usually does. And for that reason, I guess his arms just couldn't handle it. So for those of you who don't understand what's going on here, there's essentially an oil that bodybuilders inject in their arms and other body parts to kind of enhance the look of that particular body part. And it's called site enhancement oil. A very common form of this is called synthol. So essentially what synthol is, it's a mixture. It's 85% oil, 7.5% lidocaine, and 7.5% alcohol. And it essentially creates the illusion of muscle. So the insane part about this is that this kid has got his arms up to 23 inches, which is bigger than most IFBB pro bodybuilders. And he says he doesn't plan on stopping until he gets to 27 inches. But apparently that's never going to happen, because just last night he posted a photo on his Instagram where he says he had to have the swelling and the puffiness of his arms removed. And you can see the clear dichotomy between these two photos. His arm is, a completely different looking arm now. It looks like they had to completely drain the arm of oil, fluid, whatever the abscess was. It doesn't even look like he has a bicep in that arm anymore. It just looks completely flat and lifeless and shapeless now. So I guess this is the price you have to pay for not being smart, ignoring doctor's orders. So this is a reminder to everybody, man. If a doctor tells you to stop doing something, you should probably stop doing something. And this is, obviously an extreme example, but it's a perfect example of where people can take this stuff too far and take vanity too far and take bodybuilding too far, and get this warped, image of themselves in their minds. I think they constantly have to get bigger, because this kid, he didn't think he looked disgusting. This kid thought he looked great, and that's why he kept doing it, obviously. So I think this kid should be a reality check for most of us not to let bigorexia ever get the best of us. So thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about the use of synthol in general, not even to this extreme degree, but just synthol in bodybuilding in general. Thank you guys for watching. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.